The deadline in this sector for voluntary presentation at the experimental center is 6 o'clock.
You're supposed to be an artist. Use your imagination.
Oh, thanks a lot. I'm all out.
What's happening, everybody? Shelton J, Think About It Radio. Another episode straight from the streets. I got Brandon Whiting in the building. I got Vincent Booker in the building. Community, unity. Can we get it? Do we need it? How can we have it? Man, it's on and popping. How y'all brothers doing tonight?
Good, bro. Lovely.
That's what I'm talking about.
Beautiful, bro.
I know I come in like extra crunk. I just be just extra, just like rah in your face with it, man. Because like I was telling my wife earlier, man, I feel like every show is my first show. You did?
Right on.
I love it, man. I love it. I love sharing it with the people. And I hope the people love what they listening to. Can you dig it? Man, how has your week been so far, Mr. Whiting? How's your week been so far, brother?
Oh, man, it's been good, man. Like I said, man, I always look forward to the show every week. And, man, I'm just motivated, bro. Every time we have these conversations even before the show and different dynamics in the Facebook posts, man, it's all good, bro, when I see you doing and Vincent. So I'm always motivated.
Already. Mr. Booker, are you still holding on like a hubcap in a fast lane?
Yes, sir, man. It ain't look, you know what they say, man. We in the South, man. It get climate sometimes, but it's been good, man. I count my blessings, man. I can't really complain, I mean, no matter what, you just gotta keep pushing forward.
Keep on pushing, man.
In worse situations, you know what I mean?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Keep on pushing. I'm working on this new little line of shirts that I'm dealing with too, though, man. And that's going to be promoting that Keep On Pushing company I got going on as well. So stay tuned, my brother. Stay tuned because people need to do that. They need to hear that. You need to hear. Keep on moving. Keep on pushing. It is going to be all right. Can you dig it? Man.
Dig it.
Unity.
Hey, Sheldon.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Hey, Sheldon. I just want to say this right quick before I forget.
Yeah.
That brother Vincent, he said he get grimy. Sometimes he get grimy. That's one of his lines from his songs too. I remember. He said he get grimy.
That's what's up. It do. It get grimy. It do, man. That's what I'm talking about. Hey, album coming soon. Y'all stay tuned.
Yes,
These brothers
sir.
Finna put some fire in the mix. Some fire in the mix.
Yes, sir.
Man,
Yes,
we were talking about unity last week in the community last week in the community. What is it going to take? How necessary it is, the ups and downs that we're going to have to go through in order to accomplish that, right? Okay, I want to just catapult on that a little bit from to this week, then also get into the power of the mind, right? How we think, because there'll be no unity in the community if you never think that can happen, right?
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So we have to get basically pour the foundation and get that built up and get people mentally built up to let them know, okay, this is the reason why we need this. This is the reason why this is necessary. And so to see each other, as we talked about before, as my brother's keeper, as my sister's keeper, as someone valuable, hey, then the community will thrive. Because again, the mind will produce whatever is planted into it. So we're going to talk about that mind and then how can we just tie all those things together, right? And then those that still on the fence about this unity thing or caring thing, you break it down to them and try to get them to understand the importance of this. Because when one of us fail, we all fail.
Right.
Can you dig it? Man,
Sure.
I'm pleased with you guys' effort for change. I'm pleased with you guys' effort to keep wanting to move forward because, see, your circumstances could have defined you. Your circumstances could have left you making excuses. But you guys are making a stand and giving information and giving knowledge where you don't have to, right? And so I appreciate that you guys not taking the other road of, hey, everybody got to get theirs like I got mine. I appreciate you guys taking a different approach and really being giving of yourselves, with that. And I really commend you guys for that. And I want to say y'all keep pushing on that area, for real.
Man, appreciate it, bro.
Yeah,
right?
no doubt, man.
Appreciate it, bro.
No doubt, no doubt. Mr. Booker, I'm gonna start with you tonight because sometimes the people come get you, so I want to make sure you know that we keep you in the mix.
Right,
you dig what I'm saying? So, man, as far as the mindset
well,
of
you know,
yeah, go ahead, my man.
Yeah, I would say, man, you know, it's with unity, man, that's going on in the community. The first thing that I would address is like having objectives. You gotta have some objectives. See, when we start dealing with objectives, it puts people on a common ground, you know, and then you able to identify what the problem is. You know, there's so much going on in black communities, man. I mean, it's like we talk about it all the time. It's a lot of work to be done. But I think what happens is, like, a proper platform is never really set up, you know. So what we dealing with facts, you know, not opinions. We're gonna deal with facts and just build from there, you know, one objective at a time. And sometimes, you know, we have our hands in so much that nothing is ever really getting done. Nothing is ever really getting finished, you know. So I would just like, you know, stick with the objectives and see it all the way through. I mean, that's pretty much with anything that we do in life, man. You know, from a job assignment to, you know, a play on the football field. You know, follow the assignment. You know, finish it up, follow up with it, and I think we'll see a lot of progress. You know, just having objectives.
You're right. You're definitely right, my man. I totally agree with you on that. You know, because again, we go right back to it. Your mind. Right. What are you thinking? What do you have on paper? What have you mentally played out? Because in order to they say to win the game or whatever, you got to go and execute the plays that's put in front of you. So you got to get some thought to what you're doing. And so there's no breaks. Right. When it comes to this thinking thing, there's no breaks. You know, because say if you're driving down the highway 70, 80 miles an hour, right, and all of a sudden your mind just veer off, next thing you know, you done crash your car. Because you stop thinking about driving. Right. You got to be focused. You got to be focused.
Right.
So to jump on what you were saying, you're right. Get an agenda, be focused on that agenda, solve that piece, and then move on to the next thing rather than being so scattered to where you don't accomplish anything at all. I definitely like that point, my brother. I definitely like that point. Well, Mr. Whiting, he done set up the table real nice for you, brother. I don't know if you got your ranch dressing for these wings, but
let's put up to eat, huh? Hey, sometimes the table sit like you said. Hey, I just come say my grace, huh?
Yes, sir. Yes,
but
sir.
I want to say that, really, man, I really like Vincent's point, like you say, you know, and seeing it all the way through, and you know, one piece at a time, man. We got to try to do it all at one time. You know, whatever is pressing the most in the community. That's something we learn. You know, whatever's going on and ailing the community, so to speak. So what's pressing the most that needs to be addressed the most. So I think then you know it's in stages. But also what you were saying, Sheldon, as far as staying focused on that too, and seeing the vision. Like, even though, like you're saying, these objectives, I always have a vision. You were talking about putting something on paper, Sheldon.
Yes.
You know, I remember reading something like that. They say write down some of your goals.
Yes.
Because when you write it down, that's that next step. You know, you can look at this and you see this stuff coming to fruition, so to speak. So, I think we got to have the big vision, but take the small steps, necessary steps, but never forgetting what's the big picture. We say this in business, like the mission statement and all this stuff here, right? Right. It's the same thing with any organization that you do. So, yeah, y'all brothers on point, man. Y'all set that table up real nice.
See, all we got left is giblets, gravy, and cone.
Right.
Everything is
and
off the table.
Also, too,
yeah.
Well, go ahead, Sheldon.
No, go ahead, my man. Go ahead.
No, I want to say also what Brandon just said too. Also, like when we identify some of the problems in our community, it's like really identifying them, what the problem is, and address it. Because there's a lot of times, like, and I think we all agree, especially like in black communities, what we've seen in the world, where you take, like, you know, 85% black community, man, and it's patrolled by a lot of officers that's not of that community.
Yeah.
Like
yeah,
we've seen
exactly.
this time and time again to where the cops that's in those communities, they create the tension in those communities.
Right.
They create the tension. I mean, if you're sitting outside and all of a sudden 6 police cars just pull up, everybody right then is in a panic mode, right? Because, like, what are they doing there? So they kind of, like, create the tension. So when you don't see this in other neighborhoods, you see some of this stuff is being provoked. So when we witness that, these are some of the things we have to start addressing because everything is like a domino effect at that point. You know? And like I said, when you're in calmer neighborhoods, how often do you see just 6 police cars just go through that neighborhood and create that chaos? You know, you rarely see it because they are aware that they have children and kids are going to do what kids do. You know what I mean? So they're going to allow them their space. And that's why you don't see them being subjected to some of the same things we subjected to. Because kids do the same thing, man, pretty much all the way around the planet, right? But it's the policing and the policy of those communities that create the conditions that they're in. And that makes it hard to unify because it keeps everybody on edge. And we see this time and time and time again. They create the chaos to inflict their order.
Well, and that's
the problem. That's a huge problem.
Well, that's where the magic trick.
I mean, you can't unify.
That's the magic trick. That and you just said it though, man. That is the reason why. So it is no accident. We sit here and say all the time, "There's no accidents," right?
Right.
Okay. So if you see the results of what you see in the communities, and if it's bad, and in other communities, and you see stuff that's going positive and good or thriving or whatever, you think that was an accident? And we just said it right here. We just agreed. There's no accidents, right? You say, think that, so it was by design. So to fix those problems, to rejuvenate those areas that are dead, that need life, right? That once lived.
Right.
It's going to take the same system. It's going to take the same effort to get it to that other side. But as we said, as I said again, it's going to take a made-up mind. See, you got to think that. You got to believe that. You got to know that. You got to see that. If you don't do none of that, you won't do that.
Right.
You won't do it.
Right.
Because it don't matter. Okay, I don't understand why they're going up picking up their trash in the community. That ain't their yard. Why they mowing that lot over there? That ain't their lot. Why they doing that over there? That don't belong to them. Why do they care about these kids? Ain't none of these kids theirs. So if nobody can see that, you won't get that support from those that need to see it from whatever, even though you see something has to be done. So again, the focus in the community part of it is that focus on those that do want to get it, and then let those that have an awakening, if you will, go share it with those that seem to be a little bit deeper in sleep, because everybody don't wake up the same way. Everybody don't get it the same way. Everybody not going to move the same way. But sometimes what I see, that the doers that go do, they get caught up and focus on those that's not doing, not appreciating, not being effective. So if you're not being effective by focusing on those that's not effective, what the hell is going to get done? And when will it get done? Because nobody has no focus.
Yeah. Right. It's kind of like, I agree with you, man.
I'm sorry. I went all over the place with it, man. I be tripping sometimes, but it's all good.
Hey, man, it's all good because, like I say, this man, you know how we do it, man. We address these things. Listen, it needs to be addressed, bro. There's 3 people at this table coming with 3 different perspectives. But like Vincent was saying, too, you know, they got to stop and frisk these police and, you know, these targets. And a lot of times to balance that, as well, sometimes we create these things where they can come and do this too. So, you know, by the way we be living, you know, so if we over here are killing each other and doing all these different things, and going back tying into what you saying, Sheldon too, with the unity, we disunified, where it creates these circumstances where when people are not doing that, they're saying, well, you know, most of the time they do it, you know, and all this type of stuff. It don't make it right, but it's just kind of hitting on what we're talking about. And going back to what you saying, Sheldon, about the mind, I mean, the mind is very powerful, bro.
Yes.
Whether you know, you're trying to do something wrong or you're trying to do something right.
Either way it goes.
So everything starts in the mind. And everything. I know it's a lot of things. One of the hardest parts about people is getting motivated. you know, to do what's right. Because